Hey guys, welcome to MJ's Weekly Podcast. My name is George. I'm the J at MJ's.
And I'm Mitch. I am the M.
This week we're going to go over a little bit about our MJ's Way. It's our educational consumer packet for the marijuana fundamentals. And we just want to give you start to go through that and show you guys what it's all about.
I want to really just talk through some of the basics that we have. The first couple pages are not the most exciting. There's a lot there on the laws, very important information for you to be aware of as a consumer within the state. Laws for the state of Massachusetts, laws for federal laws revolving around cannabis, some general information, some hotlines there as well. But really what we wanted to get into today is what George was showing us just a moment ago, which is the ABCs. So really how we classify different cannabis products. Many of you are probably pretty familiar with, indica, hybrid, and sativa. And do you want to maybe talk to why that's not the most realistic?
Yeah, so generally, in the old days, we used to just call it indica or sativa in the couch, or, sativa is like a uppity type of feeling, but...
Yeah, the indica in the couch is always how I remember it.
Yeah, exactly. So, a lot of different strains have become hybridized, and crossed with different things. And a lot of them, they aren't what the landrace strains used to be and easily depictable. Nowadays, we have to kind of go by the effects of what that specific strain does to you. Because it could have, those long, lengthy leaves, but also be an indica, which is really weird.
So have the long leaves, right? Not thinner, longer leaves, but have pretty sedative effects is what you're saying.
Right, yeah. So, whereas typically when you saw those long leaves, you'd be like, oh, it's a sativa, it's going to be more lemony or racy or that type of thing.
Uplifting. Right?
Yeah, whereas now it seems like there's kind of no rules except for what the total active cannabinoids are and what the terpene contents profiles are.
I think one thing that in doing a lot of my own research I found, and I think maybe not being known by everyone, is that there's another lineage, ruderalis, right, that really has been incorporated into many strains, specifically around speeding up that time from
in layman's term, like an autoflower.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that, we obviously don't talk about ruderalis as one of the types of flower that you get, but the reality is that's incorporated into most strains.
It is part of the right, yeah. Or you might even be getting an autoflower that nobody even told you about. It could be a indica, and that's all they say. Where it's an indica ruderalis.
Right. So that's why we put together this system, is really that the indica, sativa, the lineage, or the look of the plant really doesn't necessarily define the effects that you're going to get. It's really more around terpenes, and we'll talk a lot more about that as we get further into things. But let's just start with the basics, what we refer to as the ABCs. Try to keep things nice and easy and created a stoplight. So I'm going to start there, and then you want to go into each of what the ABCs are?
Sure, yeah.
So real simple, red, yellow, green. Red is going to slow you down. It's going to be what's generally thought of as more of an indica, right? That calming effect. We've got yellow, it's going to be balanced. It's kind of that hybrid. And then we've got green, which is going to be active or awake and be more of that sativa, that uplifting side of the cannabis spectrum, if you will.
And that's the ABC. So awake, balance, chill. It's easy to remember. When you come into the store, you'll be able to see a product, and you don't have to necessarily break down the terpene profile or the cannabinoid profile. You'll be able to depict the sort of effects that it'll have based on seeing those different, colors and, if it's an A, a B, or a C.
So we'll show you here in video through some of the wonderful world of editing, the awake symbol. It's beautiful.
It's an A.
Yeah, A for active or awake, right? Uplifting, again, that more sativa type of effect. We've then got our balance. I think this is my favorite graphic. I always refer to it as Mr. Miyagi. I know it's not really. It was, it was Daniel's son, but, I think people get the gist when we say Mr. Miyagi. And then finally, we have that chill graphic. He looks like he's having a good time, relaxed, laid back, maybe stuck in the couch. He can't get up, but he certainly looks like he's enjoying himself. So again, there's that red, yellow, green, that awake, balance, chill, making things nice and easy for you, and giving you an idea of what most people get from the effects of specific products that they consume, whether that be, the flower or any of the other products that we have within our store.
So when you come in, you see our MJ's Way. This is our little pamphlet. You'll be able to get these for free at the store. All that information will be in here amongst tons of other information. So we'll be going through the different parts of the book, in our podcast over the next few months or so. So, we want to make sure you guys are fully educated and, aren't missing out, and you're getting the right medicine for, what you choose to treat. So
I think on our next episode, the next conversation that we have, we're really going to get into how we evaluate flower, what to look for, what to not look for, and how you select the right products that are going to best benefit you and what you're trying to achieve, specifically around flower. And we'll get into concentrates and edibles and all sorts of other stuff in some of the follow-up episodes from there. Appreciate the time. Again, I'm Mitch. I'm the M and MJs.
And I'm George. I'm the J. I'll see you guys later.
Take care.